So you get a lot of students, they love their front hand, they love working off their front hand. Sometimes even with the junior students, they become afraid of opening themselves up because that's where all our vulnerable areas are. So for those guys, rather than just focusing on lunge all day, they learn to use their front hand, they learn to use their favourite techniques, and then when they know that they're safe, they can start exposing vulnerable areas. Other students just don't have the speed yet in their core to get the twisting happening to start with their backhand leading the show. So for those students who love their reverse punch, who work off their reverse punch, got a good reverse punch, you don't just want to have your reverse punch because sooner or later your opponent, maybe it's even someone watching you who's got you in the next round, they start to read you, they start to think this person has a good right hand reverse or left hand reverse, I've got to watch out for that. Since Ash has a good right hand reverse, I know I can hone in my focus on here, so as the moment it moves I can be ready to dart back or counter strike or pick off. I can constantly circle away from his reverse punch rather than circling into his reverse punch, so I can strategize myself around his favourite technique. So what I need to do, if you've got a good reverse punch, what you need to do is have backup plans and contingency plans that all work off your favourite technique, which is your reverse punch. So the stock standard reverse punch fighting stance, once again, right elbow in front of right hip, left elbow in front of left hip, and we strike from here. We do not pull our hand back whatsoever. That's for basic beginners. High grades, we can strike from here. We strike, we come back. You can come back to here if you wish, or you can come back to here, both work. You will still score if you rip back to here, as opposed to here. They're both scoring areas. So we've got nice and slow to start, reverse punches. Hey up! Notice the front hand stays out in front. Hey. Good. The standard reverse punch, you'll know it. You're reliant on a couple of things, not just the going in. A lot of students never commit their front leg, so they lose enormous amounts of reach. Drop your hands. They lose enormous amounts of reach. Look how short I am. I'm a metre short. Well, it feels like that. I'm a metre short. I'm not even going to move my front leg, my front foot. I won't step any closer. But if I just drop into stance, I go from being this far short to making excessive contact just by dropping a front knee. So you need to make sure you put your weight down. Now, why would everybody not do that if you get extra reach and power? It's because they don't, one, I guess their speed, their lack of belief in their speed. But a big part is their lack of belief in their ability to get out of that position. Even not their lack of belief, but their lack of ability to get out of that position. You need to know that even if you're down here, you can push out of it, that your leg strength does that. Now, Zenkutsudachi is one of the reasons why we train Zenkutsudachi is to give us that strength in our legs. It's only one reason. Bunkai-wise, it's a grappling stance. It's all for fighting and wrestling stance. But ideally, it's also strengthening our legs. But for a tournament fighter, you need to be doing things like lunges where you're going in and out. So look at that, so in and out. So we're strengthening our legs this way. What at the moment we're doing is we're coming up, which is what a lot of students do. They punch and they come up. Where in a tournament we want to be going low, 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 low. We want to be making sure so we can work on forward, forward. Any sort of exercise where you're working your quads, plyometrics, catching your weight, pushing out, catching your weight, pushing out. A million things to do. I'm a bit sick at the moment, so I'm not going to do them all for you. But you need to invest in your leg strength to catch your weight and pull your weight out of it, because you'll get the confidence to do it in Kumite. It'll make an enormous difference to your Kumite results. Think of a soccer player. I go, there's the goal, I do the ball straight at the goalkeeper. The crowd, what a wasted opportunity, they all yell out. Or they yell out profanities. Next time, bang, it goes 10 metres outside the bar. The crowd yells out, what a wasted opportunity. The next time, bang, it goes in the corner of the net. Now, the person who kicks the ball in the corner of the net thinks I'm a superstar. The person who kicks the ball straight at the goalie, or who kicks the ball 10 metres out over the bar, they're thinking, wow, what a loser I am. How far off track am I? The difference is, one hit the ball there on their boot, one hit the ball 2 millimetres to the left and it went straight to the keeper. The other one hit it 2 millimetres to the right and it went 10 metres over the bar. You're only ever this far away from an enormous difference in results. So sometimes people think too often, I'm too slow, I'm too hopeless. miles. I keep losing first round. I'm miles from being anywhere near good. You're only a couple of millimeters off being good. You only need to refine a couple of little things and the results will be tremendous. Enormous difference with small things. So just a little investment in leg strength make an enormous difference. Rather than constantly hearing the referee, short, 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 you're constantly hearing wazari, 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 just with leg strength. So take the investment. Okay. Part 2 is working on our double reverse. This is good for people who don't have the ability to cover a lot of ground in their reverse. Again, you've got to know your parameters. If I'm here, this is a long way off from Ash. I don't know if I'm on camera, Rod.
Hey.
Yep, I'm a long way off from Ash. But I still know that even though I'm here, I can still make the distance pretty comfortably. It can be further away, it can be 2 meters away. Okay, it's 2 meters away. I still know that to some degree, that was way beyond my parameters, but I can make the distance. So I've got to learn my parameters. Here, obviously, I can make the distance comfortably, but I'll probably get hit before I get to that distance. So I need to learn my parameters. But practicing outside of my parameters as far as I can is going to help also develop my leg strength, which means when I get into my normal range, I'm going to be a lot quicker. So R2, however, here's a combination for you. Okay, we start Sumo Stance, not quite 45 degrees, just seeing good touch with. Gyakuzuki, get under right and we bring our back foot up to our front foot, head level, back to Sumo. Gyakuzuki, get under right, head level, back to Sumo. You notice I'm working across the dojo. That's 5, so you get your students. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And loosen it up a little bit. Putting things together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We apply that to the dojo. Our opponent. First one, 1. I'm only getting below his front hand. Any closer, I'll probably get picked off. I'm not close enough for him to attack me yet, because he'll be short. He knows that. All I'm trying to do is get his guard, even if he doesn't block, thinking about my front hand. Now the next technique, my back foot comes up, get under right. Next technique, I step in with our front leg, boom, back to my sumo. Now, a bit more loose, reverse, underneath, reverse, pull. Pretend I've got a rope around Ash's back to my foot. I pull that rope, it pulls my leg in. So that's effectively what I'm doing. 1, 2. 1, 2. As I pull my hand back, I want to control his guard. If I can, put it in the zone of his pick-off so he doesn't have his pick-off. As soon as he feels uncomfortable, he'll start to back away, which is what I want. So, go super slow. 1. My hand is still here. 2, 3, and back. 1, 2, 3, and back. 1, 2, 3, and back. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2, and back. So we speed it up now. A little bit faster, a bit more natural. Stop! Get slow again. 1, 2. Back to fast again. Stop! So if I'm working down the mat. Stop! 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 1, 2, cover the guard. 3, and back. That's our reverse reverse.